Okay. All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Fraley Festival of Traditional Music. We're glad to see you out on this lovely Friday night that we are happy right now it's dry. We just can live moment to moment, as we say. We're going to start, as we always do, with the jam in the key of G. And so anybody playing along, it might be good to know. We're going to start with Red Wing. Thank you very much. All right. Well, the next one's a little bit slower. It's from a song of bygone years called When You and I Were Young, Maggie. I love the bass.
Payment for the way.
The flute needs to be up there.
Come on up there, let me stand next to you so I can hear you.
How are you? One, two, three. one, did you ever go to meet Uncle Joe? You did? Okay. And for our final piece is, did you ever go to meeting Uncle Joe? Yeah, that's what a band, what a band. Okay, well, thanks to the band, and now we'll get on with the regular part of the program. And I'm happy to introduce John Harrod from Frankfort area, Owenton, Kentucky, and he's going to be the MC for the first part of the night, and then about halfway through, he'll turn it over to Robin Duffy. So I think you mostly stay on that far right one. Okay, and then we'll, are you guys?
Yeah, we're sitting. Oh, you're sitting? Yes, I'm sorry. Oh.
Hello. There we go. Thank you. Evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out on Friday night. I hope you're going to be around for the whole weekend. Every year this festival just gets better and better and sweeter as we greet new people and as we think about the people that have been here over the years that we all remember. We got a lot of new people this year and some people who've been coming for many years. I always look forward to seeing these people here. Deb is a former school teacher like me, so we always support each other in the struggle. She might be, are you retired yet? Yeah. Oh, okay. I am too. We're retired. We have lots of stories. Anyway, how many school teachers do we have here tonight? All right. That's the best work. Okay, from Northern Kentucky, back year after year, we have Deb and Dave Whitacre and Josh Glauber. Did I pronounce it right? Yeah. With the mandolin. Deb and Dave are from Northern Kentucky. Josh is from the Louisville area, and we're glad to have them back this year to start the program.
Yeah, the first two songs that we're going to do, the first song, Sewing on the Mountain with the Coon Creek Girls, and you're invited to sing along because the chorus is very easy to catch on to. And then we're going to go right into, right into Sunshine in the Shadows, which is a Carter family done in the 30s. And the excuse me, the Sewing on the Mountain was first done by the Carter family, and then the Coon Creek Girls did it. And since Tom Duffy mentioned Lily Mae Ledford, I decided to do this song because I didn't know she had performed on this stage. So she was a Kentucky girl and played the banjo, and so she was with the early Coon Creek Girls. So we're going to do both of those songs, kind of try to go into Sunshine in the Shadows after Sewing on the Mountain. And I'm really not pointing fingers at anybody in the audience. I know you all are good people, so don't take offense to this song, please. Are you ready? Okay. Sewing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Sewing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Sewing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Now you've been a drunkard, you better stop drinking. Better start reading that Bible and thinking. You've been a drunkard, you better start drinking. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Now sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. You've been a gambler, better stop rambling. Better stay home, stop roaming and rambling. You've been a gambler, better quit your gambling. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Sowing on the mountain, sing along, reaping in the valley. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Now you've been a tattler, better stop tattling. Better hold your tongue and keep it from rattling. You've been a tattler, you better stop your tattling. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. You've been a liar, better stop lying. Better start walking that road to Zion. You've been a liar, you better stop lying. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. Sowing on the mountain, reaping in the valley. You're gonna reap just what you sow. seems all help is gone. Jesus whispers, do not falter, I will leave you not alone. Then somehow amidst my trials, how it is I cannot see, then I hear a voice from heaven gently saying, follow me. There is sunshine in the shadows, there is sunshine in the rain, there is sunshine in our sorrows when our hearts are filled with pain. Oh, there's sunshine in our burdens, there is sunshine when we pray. There is sunshine, heavenly sunshine, blessed sunshine all the way. Sometimes my friends forsake me, and it's tempted to despair. Then I think of my dear Savior, to lay his head he had nowhere. Oh, it pays to follow Jesus, just to learn of him each day. And I guarantee he'll, my brothers, you'll have sunshine all the way. There is sunshine in the shadows, there is sunshine in the rain, there is sunshine in our sorrows when our hearts are filled with pain. There is sunshine when we're burdened, there is sunshine when we pray. There is sunshine, heavenly sunshine, blessed sunshine all the way. There is sunshine, heavenly sunshine, blessed sunshine all the way. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Carter family, both of those. And Coon Creek Girls later, a little bit later. We're going to do an unaccompanied now. And or maybe but anyhow, we're going to try. Bright Morning is an old Appalachian spiritual. And in the 30s, 1937, it was a man and wife from Harlan County first, I guess, recorded this song. So this old spiritual, and then it became popular in the 60s and 70s with the folk era. So anyway, I try to do it a little old-timey. Bright morning stars are rising, bright morning stars are rising, bright morning stars are rising, day is a breaking in my soul. And where are our dear fathers? Oh, where are our dear fathers? They're down in the valley a-prayin'. Day is a-breakin' in my soul. And where are our dear mothers? Oh, where are our dear mothers? They've gone up to heaven a-shoutin'. Day is a-breakin' in my soul. And how can I be lonely? My Lord is ever near me. His wondrous love surrounds me. Day is a-breakin' in my soul. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is a-breakin' in my soul. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Deb and Dan. Always great to have them back again and starting off the evening. Moving right along, we've got a lot of people to play tonight, squeezing a lot of music into about 10-minute sets, but quality counts. Next we have some old timers here, been coming for a long time. I can remember when Michael Garvin was the new hot young fiddler on the block. Now I don't know how old he is. I'm afraid to ask, but I sure love his playing. And we kind of got a family band here. We got Michael Garvin and his daddy Keith and cousin Philip Literal, who's married into the family some way or another. I won't attempt to trace the connections, but they say they're all kin. So thank you guys for being here. Good to see you again.
Try to learn how to play the first one. Get up in the mic. Yeah. Good. All right. We're going to do a tune I learned from J.P. Fraley, and it's called Miller's Reel, but I always just called it Fraley's Reel. Thank you. I tried to slow it down like JP would have wanted it, but you just can't. When you're on stage, you play it faster than you mean to play it. But yeah, that was one of the first things I learned from JP, and it's always special to me. He played a lot of pretty waltzes too, and I was going to try to play one of the waltzes that I learned, the Roxana waltz. It's one of my favorites. Does that sound good to you, Philip? All right.
I get a pick.
Like a fiddle contest, you have to play a reel and a waltz. So there you go. All right, so Roxana waltz. All right, might do snake one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, got one more tune. It's hard to pick three tunes, but I learned a lot of tunes from Roger Cooper, one of my other favorite fiddle players. Seems like this was a tune he played everywhere called the Snake Winder, so I still play it to this day. Called Third on the E, I think. But we traced it back to Gilson Setters, and he called it No Corn on Tiger. But we like the name Snake Winder, so here we go. All right.
Thank you, boys. Sweating there.
I broke a sweat on it.
You made that quilt.
David's mom made that on it.
She must think a lot of you.
Her name on there, yeah.
Oh,
Crazy quilt pattern.
Janice. Your mom must approve of Michael. That's a mighty pretty quilt there in his case. I'd like to have me one of them. All right, next we've got some other regulars every year. We catch them back and forth between the place where they're from, which she describes as Houstonati. I don't know how they do it, but they bounce back and forth between Cincinnati and Houston and places in between all over the country. Just got back from Asheville playing music. Later asked Steve what happened to his leg down there in the mountains. He'd love to tell you about it. But welcome back this year once again, Steve and Donna Bing, and they're both going to start off with the fiddles, and I think they're going to do mostly Cajun this time, assuming we won't have any other Cajun fiddlers here this evening. Steve and Donna Bing.
Thank you, John. Testing 1 2 1 2. Hello, hello. Red mic, gray mic, orange mic. Red mic. Okay, while they're getting the mic straightened around, I'm gonna just take a few seconds to tell you. A lot of people have no idea what Cajun music is or what Cajun means or anything. They've heard the word, they know it's from Louisiana, but the word Cajun is an Anglo-Saxon corruption of the word Acadian. So when the Acadians, when the French lived in Acadia like Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and that area, the English exiled them in 1755, threw them out. So a lot of them settled back to France. A lot of them went into New Orleans. New Orleans already had the aristocratic French and some Spanish and everything. And when these ne'er-do-wells from Nova Scotia came down to Louisiana, that part of Nova Scotia was called Acadia, l'Acadie, l'Acadia. So when they come in and they say, Je suis Acadien. So an Anglophone would hear that, Je suis Acadien, they would think they were saying, I am Cajun, Acadien. So that's where the word Cajun comes from. Lay's potato chips did not invent that word.
Check 1 2. Okay.
Oh, we're going to do a twin fiddle tune. This is the original style of Cajun music going back a couple hundred years, twin fiddling. And we're going to do a song called Jolie Blonde, Pretty Blonde, about a guy whose girlfriend left him. And he says, what am I going to do without you? And the second verse is, dying isn't so bad. It's just laying in the cold, cold ground for so long. rester dans cette si longtemps. Quel espoir le cœur d'un mien comment je le vois. Thank you. We're going to try to present all of Cajun music in one 3-song set. So this is a protector for my old leg, because this is a Cajun accordion, and it's called a squeeze box. Okay, and it's got bellows. And when you stretch the bellows and collapse the bellows, if you're a guy with long hair on your legs, now don't go home and say you saw a guy playing a concertina. Nay, I say. A concertina is a round little device with buttons on both sides, played by drunken Irishmen. No, this is a Cajun accordion. It's got buttons on both sides, played by drunken Cajuns. Okay, therein lies the difference. So we're going to do a song. Actually, we're going to sing first time in Cajun French and the second time in English with pretty close to the exact translation. It's called Jongle-moi, means think of me. Now, if you're in France and you say Jongle-moi, they think, juggle me? What do you mean juggle me? Well, somehow in Louisiana, the Cajuns transformed the word jongle, juggle me around in your mind. Think of me. So, jongle-moi. Jongle-moi Catan, en moi un pas pour jour. Hey, ya, au fait, t'es comme ça. Jongle-moi Catan, en moi un pas pour jour. Think of me, don't. Think of me, don't. At least once a day. Oh, yeah. Why treat me this way? Think of me, don't. At least once a day. Trying to trip her up here.
That's a low bar.
That's a low bar. Okay, so we're going to take it to New Orleans. Now, New Orleans, if you want to see Cajun music, don't go to New Orleans. You're not going to find a lot of it there. You got to go out west to Lake Eunice, Lafayette, there's area. But in New Orleans, there's one of my favorite all-time musicians, passed away just a few years ago. His name was Antoine Domino, Mr. Fats Domino. And he grew up, his parents were Creole French, and he spoke his first language was French Creole, like they speak in Martinique Island and that area there. They also migrated to Louisiana. So he finally dropped that dialect and took up English. And this is one of his favorite songs. So we're going to do it for you right now. Hello, Josephine. Hello, Josephine. How do you do? Do you remember me, baby? Like I remember you. You used to laugh at me and holler woo woo. I used to take you home. I used to hold your hand. You said you couldn't walk. You're trying to make believe that it weren't like that. Hello, Josephine. How do you do? Do you remember me, baby? Like I remember you. You used to laugh at me and holler woo woo woo. Josephine, how do you do? Do you remember me, baby? Like I remember you. You used to laugh at me and holler woo woo woo. You used to laugh at me and holler woo woo woo. You used to laugh at me. Hello, Josephine. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you, Steve and Donna. One of the great things about this festival over the years is you always hear something different. Everybody doesn't just play the same old rickety-ticky, scratchy old fiddle, plinkety-plunk banjo stuff. You hear a little bit of everything. Now, tomorrow, I'll take all that back when we have the fiddle session, but that's one of the things over the years. We hear old country music and old ballads and fiddle tunes, banjo tunes, and just eccentric characters that couldn't be described, like Cecil Crank. Does anybody remember Cecil Crank? I'll tell you about him after I get down from here. He was from this county. Next up, we have Hunter Walker and Edwin McCoy. I've not met Edwin yet, but I guess Hunter will tell you all about him. One of the other things we've had here is a whole slew of dulcimer players, and I mean not just dulcimer players, but world-class dulcimer players that do things on the dulcimer that people didn't used to do. And we're mighty glad to have one of those back with us tonight. Hunter Walker is, I'd call him a world-class dulcimer player. And he's back with us again from Beckley, West Virginia. If you don't know him, you're in for a real treat. So, Hunter Walker.
Thank you. Yeah, we really had fun today at the dulcimer gathering. Y'all be sure to bring your dulcimer players next year, or learn to play the dulcimer and come up on stage next year. We had as many as 30 on this stage before, and I think we only had, 6 today? Does that seem about right, 6? So, well, I'm going to start off with a JP tune. I don't know how many times this has been played tonight, and it's probably going to be played a couple more times, but this is Wild Rose of the Mountain. This is my buddy Edwin McCoy. Y'all are going to get to know Edwin a couple more times tonight. Just so y'all know, I taught him absolutely everything he knows. That's a big lie. But Edwin is a soon-to-be superstar and mover shaker in the traditional music world. So y'all keep an eye out for Edwin. That's a real easy tune to make pretty. I like to play in contests sometimes because, well, if I can play a couple tunes and get some money back for the gas or the stay or whatever, and that makes it worth it. So here's the tune I like to play in contests called The Hangman's Reel. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Gonna play another tune that JP really did a number on. Not one that he wrote. It's one by Pat Shaw called Margaret's Waltz. Thanks again to Paul and everybody for running sound. Let's hear it for you. Wouldn't be enjoying this wonderful music without the sound guys. Most important member of any band. Humidity, man.
It's capos.
Capos is what it is. It's dulcimers is what it is. I feel sorry for these poor people. They've been subjected to an accordion and now a mountain dulcimer, and who knows what they're going to bring on stage next. Well, Dad Burn, y'all give me a second, guys. Sorry about this. I know I've heard several people talking about how their fiddle bows are not liking being outside like this. All right, there we go. Nope. Should have stayed in A, huh? Close enough. Margaret's Waltz. Thank you all very much. Edwin McCoy, everybody.
Thank you, Hunter and Evan. I told you, didn't I? We appreciate you. Next up, we've got even more differences. We've got a new band that just formed here this weekend. I know all these people, but I've never seen them play together. Dale Farmer, Casey Webb, and Carly Dawn Milner are old familiars here at this festival. And Casey is a luthier. He builds guitars and banjos, and he's got a really nice cherry banjo here for sale this weekend if anybody's looking for a banjo. We have to do commercials for all of our performers. You got anything you're selling? What about that guitar, Carly Dawn?
I got lots of things for sale, but we don't get enough time to tell you.
All right, yeah, we need to get rid of stuff. All of us do. Dale, you're the leader of this group. He's a film producer as well as a banjo player. Most of you know him. And Casey Webb lives down near Harryville. He's a farmer. You still farming? All right. That's good, honest work. People laughing at you. No, he's an honest fella. I've known him for a long time. You can trust him.
You can feel sorry for me, so you can.
He feels sorry for farmers. But you can trust him. If he says you something, it's just what he says it is, even if it ain't much. All right. Y'all love him.
That was Ways of the World, Casey Webb.
Kinda.
Kinda.
Probably. If you didn't listen very close.
Now, this is we always look forward to Fraley Festival and seeing old friends that we see once a year. I see Carly Dawn and Casey once a year here, so it's always fun to not really be very rehearsed, but present some porch music for you, basically. So.
And it's usually the banjo tuning, not the fiddle.
Banjo probably needs tuning, but.
Well.
Casey and I were practicing the Carly Dawn just walked past and we said, "Hey, Carly, you want to play guitar with us tonight?" Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh,
That's
yes.
the way it works around here.
Yeah, thank you for picking me up there. Let me catch on the train here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You just walk through the parking lot and your friends are jamming and they say, "Hey, you want to play with us tonight?" And it's oh, of course I do. Of course. I'm just happy to sit and listen to you too. But hey, if you want me to play, I will.
We've never played together, have we? No.
Not like this, nope.
Ready?
Mhm.
Now if I can think how it goes. I've got a gal at the end of the road. Her eyes is crooked and her legs is bowed, but she sure is a lot of fun. Why don't you get away, Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John, why don't you get your day's work all done? I'm in the shade, you're in the sun. Why don't you get away, Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John, why don't you get your day's work all done? I'm in the shade, you're in the sun. Why don't you get away, Lazy John? On Saturday night, gonna dance till the broad daylight. Then I'll take my baby back home. Why don't you get away, Lazy John? Lazy John, Lazy John, why don't you get your day's work all done? I'm in the shade, you're in the sun. Why don't you get away, Lazy John?
I didn't want to stop.
Huh?
I didn't want to stop.
I know.
That's
I
a
didn't want
catchy
to
tune.
stop. We just want to keep going.
I'll play that one forever.
We need some more verses. That Clyde Davenport tune there. Write us some more verses.
All right. Are we playing one more?
One more.
Well, I'm going to try to play Darker Than Night. Ready? Thank you.
Thank you all. People I was sitting next to said, that Lazy John's about you. I said, I wish it was. I might feel a little better this weekend. Next up, we have the winner of the best band name so far tonight.
How about best dressed?
And the worst dressed. Oh, but definitely the best band name. How about Bearfoot and the Briarpatch?
Boy, that's a name that makes you want to dance.
Russ looks like he's been there. All right, we have Dr. Dave Haas, and we've got Chris Haas. Dave Haas is the other guy. Yeah, Chris, I'm sorry, forgive me. But you are a doctor. I know that much. Russ and Barb Childers and Mike Borshig.
You got it. Thank you.
Where's your aluminum hat?
I need that, don't I?
You better be aware of they're coming after you. Anyway, old friends. I mean, we've been friends for a long time. We're not old.
Huh. Thank you. All weekend, I've been getting grief about my costume here, and I thought y'all would like it. I dress down. Generally, I wear tie-dye and plaid, but tonight, I thought I would dress up for you. Are you ready, boys and girl?
I think so.
Okay, here we go. Thank you. It's the 28th of January and Tam Lynn. Now we're going to do a tune. Features Barb. This is all about a possum, a raccoon.
Well, the tune was Possum on a Rail. But I found a children's book that had words in it for raccoon on the rail. So I'm going to sing about the raccoon fight I had.
I think it was after the possum fell off the rail.
Maybe. Singing this same old tune, come across the big raccoon, he's setting on a rail, setting on a rail, setting on a rail, he's setting on a rail, sleeping mighty sound. I at that raccoon take a peep, I find that raccoon fast asleep. I oh so softly to him creep, and I pulled him off the rail. I pulled him off the rail, I pulled him off the rail, I pulled him off the rail, and I flung him on the ground. Raccoon begins to scratch and bite. I hit him once with all my might. Bung his eye, I pulled his side. I'm that child to fight. Oh, I'm that child to fight. I'm that child to fight. Oh, I'm that child to fight. And I beat the banjo too. Well, on the ground that raccoon lay, I tell him once, begin to pray. He soon gets up, runs away, and soon he's out of sight. Soon he's out of sight, oh, soon he's out of sight. Soon he's out of sight, and he's running very fast. Of all the songs I ever sung, the raccoon fight's the bestest one. Always pleases old and young, and then they shouts encore. Then they shouts encore. Then they shouts encore. Then they shouts encore. Then I sings again. Thought you'd never ask. I went out by the light of the moon, I'm merrily singing this same old tune. I come across a big raccoon, he's setting on a rail. He's setting on a rail, setting on a rail, setting on a rail, sleeping mighty sound. Setting on a rail, setting on a rail, he's setting on a rail, and he's sleeping mighty sound. Woo!
So the last song we're going to do for our encore is a Saigon tune. It has the title of the J.P. Fraley fiddle tune, Wild Rose of the Mountain, but it's a different tune. And and Sycon wrote some beautiful words to this song. As soon as I get into it.
Okay.
If I had my life to live, I'd surely live it over. I'd only walk in brand new shoes and just lay down in clover. Only work on Christmas Day, all the rest go sporting. I spend my days down at the creek and every night go courting. Honey from the honeycomb and water from the fountain. Sugar from the sugar cane, wild rose on the mountain. When I think of home, sweet home, it makes my eyes grow misty. Papa's singing gospel tunes, my mama's sipping whiskey. All whiskey from that white oak barrel sure does make good liquor. It makes the night seem twice as bright and the days go by much quicker. Honey from the honeycomb and water from the fountain. Sugar from the sugar cane, wild rose of the mountain. If I had a new made quilt, I'd fill it right up with feathers. I'd take my sweetie by the hand, we'd lay there together. All the days when I was young, thoughts they keep returning. They drive the winter's chill away just like a log fire burning. Honey from the honeycomb and water from the fountain. Sugar from the sugar cane, the wild rose of the mountain. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I know. But you have the same last name, and you always come to this festival. But you're not a dulcimer player. I got it. All right. Next up, we have a close second in the band name contest. The name of this next group is Tangled Roots. And I can only guess whose roots that refers to. Now, if you took your cap off, Jody, you might be in the running for this too. But Sherry has been coming to this festival probably longer than we have, and I cannot forget one evening. And of course, her spot is under the stairs over there at the lodge. That's her place. There's going to be a plaque there with her name on it. One year when Tona and I were still just courting, we were wandering around late at night, and I heard the sound of Sherry and her group there under the stairs, and we went and we sat up on the stairs, and I said, Tona, listen to this. And we just sat there and listened for the longest time, and I was transported just by the music and the spirit and the way Sherry stands in the middle of a group and just gives them the love and energizes everything, and everybody just plays and has a great time. And she has that gift. Also the gift of poetry, but those of you who know her probably know that. I think there's a book over there that has some of her work in it. Anyway, she is some of my favorite people. I was trying to figure out Jody Canoop. She's also a farmer. She's got a hog and a horse and a bunch of dogs. So we like our farmers.
Really, I'm a teacher.
And, now she tells me she's a teacher. Now, Mike Borshig was in this last group. He's doing double duty. Anyway, everybody brings something different to the festival, and Sherry was always good for the dancing and the flutes. And
Really concerning things.
yeah, we missed her kids we watched them grow up. There's one of them here tonight and her husband. We're glad you could make it again. And she says they're going to make a point to come next year, so we don't want to miss that. So, runner up in the best band name, Tangled Roots.
He said he was going to say mean things.
Test. Can you hear this?
We're happy to be here tonight and honored. And I know so many of the Fraley folks are here tonight, and that is a gift. So we're going to start off with a Jean Ritchie tune in honor of my mom. This was one of her favorite tune. We were lucky enough to know Jean. And when Jean heard us do some of her songs, she'd say, oh. So this is Let the Sun Shine Down on Me. And I'm sure she and Mom are both probably saying, oh, because it sounds really different from how I sang it growing up.
Oh, shoot, I'm in the wrong, I played the wrong tune.
That's all right. I just knew they would be like, that's not a Jean Ritchie tune. Thank you. And that goes out to a great woman, Nancy Cook. So, we're all in times of trouble always. And therefore, we're pulling out a Crystal Gale sung tune. Maybe you all remember it from, I think it was the 80s. She didn't write it, but I used to be in love with her because of her long Rapunzel hair. So here we go.
Trying to find a way out. I'm getting tired of this continual rain. Changes are coming, no doubt. It's been a too long a time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the times to get better. You say you want from me what I cannot give. It feels so lonesome at times. I've got a dream that I'm longing to live. It's burning holes in my mind. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind, and I'm ready for the times to get better.
All right. Well, keeping with the theme of trouble and turning toward our trouble friend. No, I'm kidding. This is our buddy, Mike, and he's going to fish up a tune.
Yeah, all of us musicians, I think everybody here, we seek solace in through our music, and songs and music takes us to a better place, and that's what this song's about. Maybe I'll start this one right. I don't
No, you're good.
This world is full of trouble and woe. This world is full of trouble and woe. All I see is trouble. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna sing the trouble that I know. This world is full of sadness and tears. This world is full of sadness and tears. They fill us full of sadness, full of fear. I'm gonna sing until my eyes are clear. Gonna dig deep down into my heart. Gonna dig deep down into my heart. Gonna dig deep down. Gonna do my part. I'm gonna sing me a brand new start. world is full of promise and love. Promise of a new day with no dark clouds above. Gonna sing that world I'm dreaming of. This world is full of joy and mystery. This world is full of joy and mystery. This world will be our joy. I believe it will be when we know what it is to be free. This world is full of trouble and woe. This world is full of trouble and woe. All I see is trouble everywhere I go. I'm gonna sing my way back home. Gonna sing my way back home.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Such
What a gift
pleasure
to be here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry, Jody, and Mike. Next up, this is going to be difficult for me. You've heard all those stories about bands breaking up. Well, this next fella coming out here is the person who broke up my band. Mark Tamsula is a great fella and a great fiddle player, but he took Kentucky Wild Horses' bass player away from us. She'd been playing with us for 3 or so years. She was happily settled in Kentucky, and he drug her off to Pittsburgh, where I have to say they seem to be doing quite well, and so I have to forgive them as long as they're doing okay. But this is really a special treat. Mark Tamsula is very well known in the old-time fiddle world for bringing back to life and playing and digging up and researching old fiddle tunes from Southwest Pennsylvania. And there was a ton of music in Southwest Pennsylvania. It was kind of different from just about what you'd hear anywhere else. To my ear, it just sounds older, like more early American and more Irish. I don't know. That's just the way I make it up in my mind. But Mark has made about 5 CDs of just early Pennsylvania fiddle music. And if you don't have those, you should really listen to them, because it's another world and another dimension of fiddle music that I just love. And he is the master of it. And this is his first time at the Fraley Festival. So he drugged Barbara up to Pennsylvania, Barbara Rosner, who actually started playing the fiddle. The longer she hung around with the Kentucky Wild Horse, she started playing the fiddle. So she that helped her fit in good with Mark and his friends. So it looks like they're going to do some twin fiddle stuff, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with them for the rest of the weekend. Mark Tamsula and Barbara Rosner.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
John was my fiddle mentor and always my good friend. And Mark's my fiddle mentor too.
So we're going to do something with double fiddles, and this tune is called Hog Eye and a Tater, and it comes from a Fayette County, Pennsylvania, Fayette County fiddler named Edwin Yager Jr. So now Barb's going to trade in for a bigger fiddle. And this is a tune from this is more of a central Pennsylvania fiddler, Bill Gipe. That's G-I-P-E, Gipe. And he played this tune called Billy in the High Ground. Bill he was known for having his jam sessions in his chicken coop. Billy in the high ground, high ground, high ground. Thank you. This is not from Pennsylvania that I know of, but Barb liked it and wanted to do it. Who's been here since I've been gone? And G goes something like. Who's been here since I've been gone? Pretty little girl with a red dress on. She put it off, I put it on. In comes Sally with the big boots on. My wife died in Tennessee. They sent her jawbone back to me. I put that that jawbone on the fence. Ain't heard nothing but a jawbone since. Jawbone walk, jawbone talk, jawbone eat with a knife and fork. Can we do one more quick one? Okay, this is one of our favorite tunes from Pennsylvania now. It's a version of Black Eyed Susie. Love my liquor, love my party, love my sweetheart, everybody. Black eyed Susie. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Robin Duffy. I'll be your MC for the second half of the program. We have performed the ceremonial passing of the clipboard. Can we get a round of applause for John Harrod for MCing the first half? Reminder that we do have workshops most of the day tomorrow, Saturday, starting at 11 a.m. So if you want to catch John again, you can come to the fiddle workshop, which I believe is at 2 o'clock. So coming up next, we have Lucy Allen and Marshall Goers. They are coming our way from Greenville, South Carolina. Gonna play some tunes on the guitar and the mandolin and the fiddle and sing us some songs. And the banjo.
Check, check.
We dropped it. Oh, now it's working. Good. You want to introduce us, Marshall?
Hi, I'm Marshall Goers, and this is my wife Lucy. We're from Malden, South Carolina.
Near Greenville.
I grew up in Kentucky. I lived in Louisville, Lexington, and Middlesboro during my years here. So, I think it's good. Thank you. We're going to start out with a tune by the Highwood String Band called Devilish Mary. When I was and in my prime I thought I'd never marry. I hooked up with a pretty little gal, sure enough we married. Drink-dum, dairy, prettiest girl I ever done saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. Yes, I was young and foolish, and she was just a girlie. We both agreed about one thing, our wedding day was early. Drink-dum, dairy, prettiest girl I ever done saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. We hadn't been married but not 2 weeks. She turned mean as the devil. Every time I looked cross-eyed, she'd hit me in the head with a shovel. Drink-dum, dairy, prettiest girl I ever done saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. She filled my she filled my bag with stitches. She let me know right from the start she was gonna wear my breeches. Drink-dum, dairy, prettiest girl I ever done saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. Had been married but about 3 weeks. We agreed to be parted, so she picked up her both briefcase and down the road she started. Drink-dum, dairy, prettiest girl I ever done saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. If I ever decide to get married again, it'll be for love nor riches. I'll marry a girl about 3 feet high so she can't wear my breeches. Drink-dum, dairy, prettiest girl I ever done saw, and her name was Devilish Mary. Thank you.
All right, we're going to do a medley of 2 of our favorite tunes that we sometimes play with our friend Fred Stoll for dances. One is Bus Stop Reel, and the second one is Old Joe. Or did I do that in the right order? No, we're going to do Old Joe first, and then Bus Stop Reel. We're going to invite Betty Vornbrock to come up and help us out with this next one. So I've kind of, other people have said this is the first time they were playing a X instrument or whatever. So I've been working on the banjo for a little while, and so here's my banjo debut. We're going to do Josio, which I got from Joseph de Cosimo. Pretty close. Not bad for a banjo.
Steamy night.
There's that gal with the Josie on, broke my heart and away she ran. Thank you. And I think she's
One more round of applause for the banjo debut. I like that bus stop reel too. That's a very cool tune. All right. Well, Betty didn't even have to leave the stage, but she did anyway. So next up, we have the Reed Island Rounders. If you've been to the Fraley Festival for any number of years, I'm sure you've seen Billy and Betty before. I'm not going to ask how many years they've been coming, but I know it's a big number. I think Barb's going to join them too. Billy and Betty are coming from Hillsville, Virginia, when they're taking a break from their Christmas tree operation. If you know Billy and Betty, you know that they're very talented musicians. Betty recorded with J.P. Fraley back in the 90s. Very talented musicians, fine folks, and talented a number of ways, including getting up to all kinds of mischief, even making microphones pop in and out. And then we have a special appearance from Hunter Walker as well. all kinds of special. Welcome. And Barb's around too. Welcome, Reed Island Rounders and friends.
The NPS, which is short for non-playing spouse, to video us or to take pictures of us. So we've asked Mark to do it, and if anybody else gets any good shots, you can send them our way. One time, when I was trying to keep an album of places that we were on a tour, I would go in and take a picture of all the empty seats on the stage, and then we just photoshopped ourselves into them from the same picture. Let's see. Okay, got everybody here? With any luck, we're all in the same tune? So, yeah, we'll try. So Reed Island Rounders tonight, Hunter Walker, Barbara Rosner, Billy Cornett, me, Betty Warnbrock. We have, that's my dog. And we've got CDs up there on the table from various combinations of Billy, me, and banjo players, so it's always kind of interesting, always different mix. Okay, we're going to start off with a tune very common in the West Virginia circles and very unusual, I think, in the world of fiddle tunes. To me, it's a unique, standalone kind of tune, although people do have other, other thoughts about that, but I love it. It's called Cranberry Rock, and it's a place name too. Thank you. That's always a fun one. Hunter's going to tune a little bit for the next couple of tunes, but so while he's doing that, you know, I've been coming here since, well, my first time was 1978 with a funny story that many of you have heard before. But Billy and I were talking, his first time here was 1990, with first year we got together. And, you know, I had this little S10 pickup truck, and he had this F-150 Ford truck. They both had, remember those old, I don't know what you called it, the thing that made the roof on the back of the bed. There's a name for that. And they were both from the same company, Lear. Our keys had the same number, so we could unlock each other's backs of our trucks. Very strange thing to realize that, you know, that. But it also kind of helped cement that, yeah, we were meant to be.
So in the end, it was really convenient.
It was really convenient. But I think by the time when the fall came and I was dragging him to all these different fiddlers conventions and making him meet lots of people he kept saying, I don't have any more room to meet somebody new. But, you know, he kept having to do it anyway. So by the time we came here for the first time, I think we had graduated from my little truck, which he couldn't sleep in, into his big truck, which we could, and I'd made curtains for it by then and made it all homey and everything. So you know, I think that's how good relationships start.
Keys and curtains.
I've got a lot of room for friends now, because when you get to be as old as I am, a lot of your friends are dead, so I got lots of room for more friends. So I'll be friendly to you.
All right, so what are we doing? We're doing Lost Girl, another common West Virginia tune, common to Kentucky, two different versions with several other versions in between. This is one that we like. was fun. Hunter brought it into the world of banjos who listen and harmonize and tinkle and do lots of interesting things. And Barbara brought that old tune and the one before way up into the 1950s with those great bass runs. She's like, wow. Really gave him some new life.
I told Barbara a long time ago, she said, Barb, I got Barb groove. If you could just bottle that sauce and sell it, you'd be a millionaire, you know?
We got a groove sandwich going here.
Groove sandwich.
Seriously.
Okay, our last little thing is it's going to be a blend of a couple tunes we really like. First one is Ship and Port, which has a lot of things. It's got a lot of history to it, a lot of linked other tunes to it. This is a West Virginia version, but a lot of people, anybody here who has had anything to do with Louisville, the little island out there.
There is a little island at Louisville that used to be a falls there, and the boats couldn't get over the falls, and so Shippingport grew up as a little town before Louisville was even there, because they had to take everything off the boat, walk it over, and then put it back on another boat, and so that's where that little town got its name, and Louisville started sometime later.
And we're going to go from that into Elk River Blues. A lot of you already know the story behind it, but it's a heartfelt tune written by somebody whose home was being flooded on purpose in West Virginia.
Thank y'all very much.
Have a good night.
I could probably listen to Elk River Blues till the end of time, and it'd be okay. Next up, we have Joe Burdock, fine fiddle player from West Virginia and a fiddle maker as well. And I believe Edwin McCoy is going to join him on guitar, so we get to see Edwin a couple times tonight. All right, Joe Burdock and Edwin McCoy.
Ready? All right. Same. Let's do the same thing we just did. All right. Here we go. Thanks. 9 miles to Louisville, and here is what do we do after that? Oh, Maysville. you. Wild Rose of the Mountain. Thank you.
Wild Rose of the Mountain. Very cool to hear a great rendition of one of J.P. Fraley's signature tunes there. So I mentioned we have some workshops going on here at this location, or weather depending, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow late morning. It may be in the Caveland Lodge, depending on the weather. The other event that we have going on at the Fraley Festival tomorrow is actually at Cascade Cave, which is part of Carter Caves State Park, but about 5 minutes down the road, and that's a square dance in the cave itself. So there's a big kind of atrium in the cave. And Joe's going to be the caller for that square dance. So if you want to hear more of Joe, if you want to bring your dancing shoes or just want to hear what old-time music sounds like in a cave, then check out that. That is at 3 p.m. at Cascade Cave. Up next, we have Jenny Allinder and friends, multiple friends. Jenny is an award-winning fiddler from West Virginia. She makes it look and sound effortless. It's going to bring the beautiful sound of the mountain fiddle to the Fraley stage.
Are you going to play or not?
I am supposed to tell you that she got number 1 at the Ohio State Fiddle Contest.
Can you raise it a little? Thank you. And then just aim it down. Yeah, aim it down.
And joining her are Paul Brown and Ed Baggett and Linda Scott. Jenny Allinder and friends.
Oh. Ed, I'm sorry. We've had a slight change of personnel here. Okay, we are going to start with. Sorry, did you ask me something? Oh, okay. We're going to start with a tune that Clark Kessinger took, I guess, according to Robin, he took from an old banjo tune called Hotfoot. But it's a ragtime tune, and Clark called it Trombone Rag, and hopefully you'll hear the trombone in the tune. I've forgotten the tune. So yeah, I hyped up that trombone part, and then I nearly forgot to put it in there. Anyway, next we're going to do, I don't know where this tune originates, but it's a tune that I learned from the playing of Glenn Smith, who was a West Virginia fiddler. Well, actually, he was from Galax, but he lived a good portion of his life in West Virginia. And when I was a lot younger and just learning my first fiddle tunes, he was always very encouraging to me. And this tune is called 4 Miles to Cumberland. And then we're going to tack on at the end of it, just a couple times through, a tune that I learned from Clyde Davenport, who was a Kentucky fiddler, a tune of which I love the name, Little Boy, Where'd You Get Your Britches? Thank you all. No. Okay. Oh! I know that's going to fall over.
Some fine fiddling. Well, next up, we have another band who's been coming for a year or two. If you're not familiar, this is the Corndrinkers. This is Tom Duffy, Linda Scott, Doug Smith, Floyd Alexander on the bass, and Barbara Coons, who, if you don't know, she helps make this festival happen. So let's get a special round of applause for Barb. And I think the Corndrinkers are coming up. Has it been 50 years of drinking corn?
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that.
For some of us.
Corndrinkers.
I know. They're tippy. They're tippy. Are you good? What are we going to do? Thank you.
Well, this is our year of, we have new songs, and we may make some mistakes, but we'd like to do them anyway. This is a Carter family song called A Distant Land to Roam. Ready?
Ready.
I remember very well on one dark and dreary day,
Just as I was leaving home for a distant land to roam, Mother said, my dear boy, oh, I hope to see you next year again. Fare you well, fare you well. Oh, I left my dear old home for a distant land to roam.
Oh, these words she said to me as she took me by the hand.
If on earth we meet no more, may we meet at God's right hand. Mother said, my dear boy, oh, I hope to see you next year again. Fare you well, fare you well. Oh, I left my dear old home for a distant land to roam. Oh, I've wandered far away from my old home, I'm astray. But I'm coming home, never more from thee to roam. Mother said, my dear boy, oh, I hope to see you next year again. Fare you well, fare you well. Oh, I left my dear old home So I left my dear old home for a distant land to roam.
Thank you. Doug is going to sing one now that he learned, I think, from Anna Dean Fraley. That's right. I do believe. Called Put Me in Your Pocket.
Alrighty.
Start with a turnaround. Okay, 1, 2.
Two lovers one evening beneath the panorama. Tomorrow he must go away. Life's battles for to fight. He told her that he loved her and he'd return one day and take her for his loving bride. Then he heard her say, put me in your pocket and I'll be close to you. No more will I be lonesome and no more will I be blue. And when we have to part, dear, there'll be no sad adieu, for I'll be in your pocket and I'll go along with you. That evening soon was over. Her lover went away until at last he did return for the happy wedding day. But his sweetheart, she was absent. In death her life had flown, but she left for him a photograph on which she wrote the song. Put me in your pocket and I'll be close to you. No more will I be lonesome and no more will I be blue. And when we have to part, dear, there'll be no sad adieu, for I'll be in your pocket and I'll go along with you.
Thank you very much.
Corndrinkers.
Microphone. I'm going to move it out of the way.
Corndrinkers. While we're getting ready for our next group, can we get another round of applause for our sound crew and the park staff here at Carter Caves that help us take the tickets and make all this happen? We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Next up, we have Blue Vine, who is Michael Garvin, who you've already seen on stage once this evening, coming back for a second round, and Janet Thompson. They're going to play some fiddle and strum some guitar and sing some songs for us. Blue Vine.
Just might have a microphone.
right, sounds good. You got paper? Well, good evening. We call ourselves Blue Vine. My name's Janet Thompson. This is Michael Garvin, and we're going to play a fiddle tune. Can you dance at Tobacco Hill? Microphone joined the fun.
Well, I did dance at Tobacco Hill, right?
All right, let's just get part of the lady thing. All right, we're going to do one more, and this is a song that JP and Anadine did, and it's in a historical context. It's the Sweetheart Song of the Civil War called Lorena. The years creep slowly by, Lorena. Snow is on the ground again. The sun slowed down the sky, Lorena. Frost is where the flowers have been. We loved each other then, Lorena, more than we ever dared to tell. And what we might have been, Lorena, if but our love had prospered well. But my heart beats on so warmly now, as long as the summer days are nigh. The sun can never dip so low, or down affection's cloudless sky.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Well, I have bad news and good news. The bad news is that this is the last act of the evening, so we'll wrap up our concert after this one. The good news is that, depending on who you ask, we may have saved the best for last. So we have Robin Kessinger with us. Robin is a very talented guitar player, contest-winning flat picker, played all over the country, all over the world. He comes here every year, and good musicians attract good musicians. Usually brings a student or a friend to join him at the Fraley Festival. And this year we have Edwin McCoy with Robin, who's switched to fiddle, I see. So we'll have some guitar and fiddle music to wrap us up.
All right. Thank you. It's okay, I'll lean into that thing if I... That's good, wherever. That's good. Paul's still doing the sound? Yeah. Hey, Paul, you're doing a great job tonight, man. Appreciate it. So, this is, hold on a minute, Edwin. Edwin McCoy. Yeah, did I say it right? Yeah, Edwin McCoy. Yeah. And I had the privilege of working with him a little bit at Allegheny Echoes in Marlin. And then I asked him, I said, would you like to go with me over there at the Fraley Festival? And here he is. He's a great musician, and we're going to play Garfield's March. That was a tune that my uncle played, Uncle Clark Kessinger, and he's going to start it off. Edwin, let's do it, Edwin. So we're going to ask Hunter, Mr. Hunter. There he is. Yes, sir. He found out that Edwin's going to be here. And anyway, it all worked out. I asked him if he'd like to come out there and play Crazy Creek with us, and I know that's one of his favorite tunes. And that's what we got. What's that? Oh, you got to swap the mic out? You didn't like that color? Oh, okay. Okay, purple. You starting this out?
Yeah, I'm starting this.
You starting it?
Or unless you want to start it.
No, you already have that.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks to Robin Duffy for being a good MC. I'm sorry, our last folks, we cut our sets short because we think there's some rain coming and we didn't want you all have to walk in it. So we'll see. But thank you for coming tonight. We have a big day tomorrow and we look forward to seeing you.